Hey guys, Midway Piper here. I hope all is going well. The sun just came out, very bright. Hope you guys enjoy watching fall come about behind me. So today's gonna be a pretty short video, I think. Last night we started a new tradition at the house. Family Fun Fridays. So each week one of us is gonna pick an activity we want to do together as a family. And do it. And my son wanted to go to the pool. I don't like the pool. I don't like it. But that's what he wanted, and that's where we went. So we went to the neighboring town, and we pretty much had the pool to ourselves, which was kind of nice. Traffic was bad getting there, but you know, it's in a Connecticut town, and a lot of these Connecticut towns still have the small main streets, which are nice. But it really backs up traffic a lot. People are trying to get home. It's a town that a lot of people cut through to get to other towns, and just makes for a mess. But we went, we had a good time. Which brings me to the point of today's video. You never know. Now, I would say it's still at this point about 70 to 80% of all the videos that come across my feed lately are about Charlie Kirk. And, you know, we've talked about that a little bit already, a couple days ago. But, you know, he was in his early 30s, wife, two very young kids who were going to grow up not knowing their dad. Not having many memories of him, short of, you know, the video clips they'll be able to watch and down the road. But you never know how much time you're going to have. I think most of us expect to live long, full lives. And that'd be great. That'd be great. But the reality is, even if we live an innocuous life, you go to work, come home. If you've got a family, spend time with your family. Go to bed, you wake up the next day and you do it all over again. And you do that for the majority of your life. You don't step on anyone's toes. You don't voice your opinions about things. Still never know. Because for every good decision that you make, there's going to be several people making bad decisions. Someone's going to get in their car and drive drunk. Someone's, you know, depending how you want to look at it, someone's either an asshole or they're, you know, under some demonic influence. There's just bad people out there. And obviously, I think most of us try our best to isolate ourselves from that. And you do what you can. But you never know. I mean, talked about on this channel all the time. My plans for making sure I can retire at a reasonable age through investments and whatnot. Obviously, that's my goal. I also have a life insurance policy, just in case. To at least know that my family will have something. A lot of people would say that's a waste of money. Okay. The point of it all, though, is to make sure that you spend time with those you love and care about. It should be the most important thing in your life. More than money. More than your hobbies. More than any of that. You know, it's easy. I'm just going to say it. Sorry if this offends you. But a lot of older generations like to gripe about the younger generations. And I find myself doing it sometimes. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for raising a member of a younger generation. If you're a parent, you should be the one with the most influence over your children. More than anyone else. More than the teachers. But it's not just about influence and cramming it down your kids' throats. It's about creating a positive relationship with them. Not beating it into them. But you should show them. If you're a father, then you have a son, you should show your son, be a good example of what a father, an adult male should be, a man. If you have a daughter, you should be showing her what to look for, what to expect when she starts dating. You're a mother, same thing. If you have a daughter, you show her what it means to be a woman. If you've got a son, show him what to look for in a woman. These are important things. These are our job as parents. I'm not saying that kids have to agree with everything you believe. I'm not saying that that if your kid is different than you, then you failed as a parent. They are their own person. They will become their own person. But a lot of the older people that are griping about kids today, I would dare say that they failed. That they failed as parents. If you did not do those things. I know there's always exceptions. But, you know, it's getting harder. It is. It's getting harder. Kids spend countless amounts of time in front of screens watching who knows what. And hopefully you are a gateway to that, at least early on. And by the time they're old enough for some independence, you've already sort of trained them in a way of how to be more discerning. But you know, it's our job. We look at our jobs, our go-to-work job is our biggest priority in a lot of cases, and that's just not the case. It's not true. That's not your ultimate job. It's one of the things I love about my job is I have the opportunity to teach people, to influence people. And I don't do it in a way that's trying to brainwash them. I do it in a way to try to convince them to think for themselves. To problem solve. And that's a lot of what Charlie Kirk was doing. He wasn't going out to make people feel like idiots. He wanted people to think for themselves. And debatably, you can make the argument that's why he was killed. Now, they've supposedly caught the guy that did that. There's a lot of interesting changes in this story. First, they were blaming it on LGBTQ stuff and saying that that's what was carved on the casings that they found. And now they're saying it's all Antifa stuff, slogans and such. That's what it was about. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? You don't need to be militant about what you believe. You don't need everyone to agree with the way you believe. It's a dangerous road. That's Stokes' division. It's okay for other people to think and believe differently than you. It's okay. It's a good thing. Another good thing is the sooner we accept that we don't know everything, the better off we'll be. Yep. I guarantee you no one, not you, not people you know, not people you look up to, influenced by, nobody knows everything. It's a dangerous road to go on. You can certainly have your opinions. I have mine. That doesn't mean they're going to hold true for the rest of your life. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily a hill you should die on. If somebody disagrees with you. You know, how many denominations of Christianity are there? How many denominations of Judaism are there? Of Islam are there? Atheism? Countless. But most of them think they're right. Most of them think that they're following the way, the one way. And that can't be, can it? Now that might piss some of you guys off, and you might turn off the video, maybe unsubscribe, and that's fine. But I would go ahead and say that's one of my hills I'll die on. Nobody knows everything. Nope, nobody. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our thoughts for today. Guess I didn't do any housekeeping. Squat Rhodesian, Chris Harriet. Horn ring. Sandblasted. Beautiful stem. If you haven't watched Chris Harriet's most recent video, there are import issues. Small packages into the US right now. So at the moment, he is unable to take commissions for the US, which is a shame. Chris Harriet makes a hell of a pipe. I mean, look at that. Look at that. He is still able to send some stuff to his distributors in the US, so keep an eye out for those. In it today, Brothers in Arms by Per Jensen, however it's pronounced. Good stuff. A decadent, full-flavored blend of dark-fired Kentucky, Perique, Turkish, Burley, and red Virginias with notes of rich cocoa and smoky spice. Definitely on the smoky spice. I started recording this video, and before I had a chance to say, hello, Midway Piper here, took a puff and started coughing. So, it's definitely smoothed out as the smoke has gone on. The initial couple puffs were a little harsh. It's pretty good though, now that it's calmed down a little. This is my first smoke of this stuff. This is the collaboration with Cornell and Diehl. Part of Per Jensen Legacy Collection. So, yeah, I just wanted to share those thoughts today. That's it. Hope you all have a good one. Talk to you next video. Bye.